a very long pursuit at all, just a couple of minutes. No crashes. We haven't heard about any insane driving or anything. Certainly nothing like what we saw yesterday. But it's not uncommon that we see suspects get into a situation like this where they pull over, they act like they're going to give up, but then it turns into this long, drawn-out process of them just sitting in their car before they surrender.
Well, you know what? We just hope that it all ends peacefully and that eventually this driver does exit the vehicle. He seems to be making some kind of movements in there. Yeah, I don't know if he's gesturing or talking to officers, but you see that? I could see the dog too.
Yeah,
moving
pretty
around
clearly. Yeah, it looks pretty excited too. It looks like the dog wants to surrender, but is a human, not willing to get out of the vehicle.
Well, we are seeing him kind of fidget back and forth there, and hopefully the dog is going to keep this driver calm. You know what they say about pets, right? So, and he'll want to protect his animal if that is indeed his animal. And what's interesting, Pat, Desmond was just saying, is that Santa Monica police know who this guy is. They're familiar with him, and obviously they must be talking to him, right?
Yeah, maybe that's what the gesturing was about. But at any rate, thank goodness he hasn't pulled off. As Des, you alluded to, we've seen this so many times where people they stand still and could pull off themselves, you know, because there's no one in front of them to stop them from doing that. So hopefully the fact that they know this person, you know, that could make a big difference here, and we hope that all is well that ends well.
And Des, in front of the car, what does it look like? Did they stop traffic, or are there units on the other side, or maybe a block down or so?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, they have stopped this section of Ocean Boulevard. Just show you really quick here. As you go to the other side of the block, you see they have that completely blocked off as well. So, you know, hopefully the suspect here is not going to try to get wild and go through that line of police cars. They're just sitting here in their car. Who knows what is going on inside right now? But again, it was just a simple failure to yield. And sometimes those really simple things spark these pursuits, and you just always wonder, why is that? What is going on with this person that they didn't want to take a simple traffic citation? What else is going on here that we're not aware of that they would even attempt to run from the police?
And you know the thing, you said they know who this person is. You know, it's one thing to know who they are because they've run the plates or what have you. But I wonder if this is someone that actually lives in that neighborhood and that they know him in a personal way, or if someone has called in and talked to police and told them who this individual was. We're hoping that that would be better for the situation all the way around if they did have some personal information or, you know, some kind of relationship with this person. But we don't know that for sure, do we, Des?
No, don't know that for sure. And you just, all of the possibilities, they'll start running through your mind about, you know, does this person have something in the car that they don't want police to know about, or is there a criminal record? I mean, it was shocking what we found out about the person involved in the pursuit last night. And, you know, I don't want to, you know, speculate too much, but you can't help but wonder what is going on when you get into a situation like this. And, you know, the dog is another kind of extenuating factor right here. You don't want to see the police shoot pepper balls in there and hurt that innocent animal. You know, and you know, if they come up to the car, how's the dog going to react? We know how loyal dogs can be with their owners. Mine certainly is. So that is another kind of factor that police are going to take into account.
Have police inched forward, Desmond, or is it just the angle of your shot maybe changing over the last few minutes or so?
It might just be our angle changing a little bit here. I'm seeing there may be officers inside that vehicle there to the bottom of the shot, but for the most part, they've been standing back here. They're calling out on the loudspeaker. They're being very patient with this situation. And I mean, it is kind of late at night, kind of cold, so probably not too many pedestrians out in Santa Monica. You know, if this would have been before sunset, well, you know, we got a little group of people who are down here probably wondering what all the commotion is. So there are certainly a few people out here as well. You know, had it been earlier, could have been considerably more crowded than it is at 9:20 on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I see that parking garage there. I mean, there's restaurants there, and hotels or boutique hotels
The valet umbrella, you
on
can
that
see it there on the
that
sidewalk.
strip. Yes. So all of those things to consider, and I'm sure. I mean, didn't expect to see this on a Thursday night. As
Right.
Desmond said, it's pretty cold, but you still have people that are in the area, maybe going to some of the other establishments, even if they aren't on the pier itself. So at this point, Desmond, it looks like police are just biding their time, waiting. Since you did show us that shot, it's a little ways down the road there, but we do see they have that end blocked
Right.
off. So it's not as if, let's hope they wouldn't try to drive through that barricade of police vehicles on the other end, and they could just wait the situation out. As you said, if they use pepper balls or any
Right.
kind of even non-lethal weapons, just because of the fact that the animal is in the car,
Right.
would probably make them, think twice before doing that.
And we'll see how long they're willing to wait, too. I mean, we can't tell from this shot if this is an older person, a younger person. We haven't seen anything happen where the cars moved forward or back, or even the car door open or close, and not a lot of movement other than that driver and the dog inside kind of moving back and forth. Sometimes you kind of see a little bit of movement.
Well, you can see
What's
that.
that?
Is that
Yeah.
the dog? Maybe climbed over?
Or his head?
And the passenger? Well, I mean, on the driver's side?
Looks like his
Yeah,
head.
that's a driver there. Peeking his head out. Looks like he is bald
Yep.
and peeking out. It's unclear if communicating with the police or what. We know that they are still talking over the loudspeaker, and
Oh, wow.
I don't know. It's
He's
almost
really-
like this person might be having some kind of
Yeah, he's
mental,
having a
breakdown or
Yeah.
something. If you see him kind of
Oh, yes.
rocking back and
Oh,
forth,
no.
so who knows how deep this situation is, but they're calling out the basic commands, and he is ignoring him.
Oh, look, he's
now maybe
pointing.
motioning,
Yep.
maybe possibly shouting something out the window.
Does that look to be an older person, Desmond? And the reason I said that again is we talked
Well-
about them knowing who this person was. You wonder again, as I mentioned, do they live in the community? Do they have a personal relationship, or they know people that have called and told them about this individual? But they're very agitated for sure right now.
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm trying to kind of get in here with my digital zoom as much as we can to see if this person pokes their head out again, if we can get a really good look there. But it looks like they're wearing a white shirt. It looks to be a
There he
bald
is,
male. Just can't quite tell. Can't quite see the facial features
Right.
on this suspect.
It's almost like he has his back to the door and he's facing his dog at times,
Yeah, I've seen the dog kind of hopping all over the place in the front seat and the back seat, but
Okay.
maybe just talking to themselves. Maybe they're on the phone. Maybe they're on speakerphone with someone right now. Can't quite tell.
It
what
looks
all
like that's a
is
cell
going on
phone.
here.
It looks as if they could be holding a cell phone up to his ear.
Yeah.
Right? Talking to someone, and maybe that's why he's so agitated. But
Yeah.
this is it's rather unusual. But then again, we have unfortunately seen scenes like this before, especially with people that are having some kind of crisis, and this
Yeah.
person could. Especially, Desmond, when you say the stop was failure to yield. I
Right.
mean, that could, that didn't have to result in this.
And he didn't
At
feel
all.
like pulling over, and yet he's stopped here in the middle of the street near the pier on what would normally be a pretty busy street there in Santa Monica. He's not showing any signs of moving forward or backwards. This looks like this is a Mercedes car right there, and here he is again moving.
You say they're giving commands. I guess that would not necessarily be a negotiator would be on the scene, Des, or not?
Probably not yet at this point, but once it goes on for a certain amount of time, then they're probably going to be getting on the horn with the dispatchers and telling them that we need a crisis negotiator or something, and they'll try that route. If the person's not being threatening to them, then they will continue to give them more opportunities, and if that continues, then it's going to be up to the police. If they think this person is armed, then it could end up turning into a SWAT situation. And if not, it could just turn into police eventually coming up to the vehicle themselves and bringing this to an end. We have certainly seen that, where they'll just come up and drag them out of the car, but it kind of depends on the agency, and that could take a very long time.
And it looks like his window is open, because we can see him put the elbow up on the window, and so you can definitely hear the commands that officers are giving him. We see officers there on the scene. They're also on the phone, probably talking to somebody as well, perhaps even the driver, trying to get him to cooperate.
That's a pretty large contingent of law enforcement. I think we're going to take a quick break.
Let's do that.
Yes, we will, but we'll be right back with the end of this pursuit that's happening in Santa Monica. We'll be right back.
Some say they may have to close things if things don't get better. Business owners met with city leaders today to vent their frustrations and look for solutions.
Well, KCAL 9's Candace Crone is live in Long Beach, where she spoke with a restaurant owner who was at the meeting. Candace.
That's right. The owner of Modica says that she and her employees are scared to leave at night and often carry mace, and that her patio was empty for much of the night. She believes that people are being scared away.
Employees at Modica's Deli have been serving hungry patrons in downtown Long Beach for over 2 decades. But owner Orsa Modica says with the rise in crime, homelessness, and illegal activity in the area, she's not sure how much more she can take. Just recently, a half-naked man walked into her restaurant, frightening customers and staff.
He went behind my counter, and that's where all of our sharp knives are. My chef had to go block that area just so that we could protect, the customers out here.
Our major problems used to be, people riding skateboards on the sidewalks or bicycling on the sidewalk. And now it's defecation, it's urination, it's drug use, it's needles, it's screaming, it's mental behavior. It's things we're not trained for.
Joe Harding manages a nearby condominium complex and has seen his share of sketchy activity. Several business owners in the area are considering leaving. They met with city leaders and the Downtown Long Beach Alliance Thursday to share their safety concerns and discuss solutions to the problems plaguing the community. Modica attended the meeting, which she called a positive start to addressing such a complex issue.
Public Works said that they were going to work on clearing some areas, getting some areas that need more lighting, which will definitely be effective.
Business owners say they not only want help, but want to see more resources go to those dealing with mental health and substance abuse issues. Modica says she loves this community too much to go out without a fight.
We have to do something different. I know it's a conversation that a lot of us don't want to have, but it's something that we all have to work together.
Now, the Downtown Long Beach Alliance is teaming up with the Long Beach Police Department to hold a virtual community forum on November 14th at 5 p.m. to discuss public safety issues. We're live in downtown Long Beach. Candace Crone, KCAL 9 News. Back to you.
And tonight there is no relief in sight for SoCal renters. Prices are only going up. A new report from the USC Lusk Center for Real Estate estimates that rents in LA County will increase $100 over the next 2 years. In Orange County, rent will go up $184, and researchers say the recent interest rate hikes could be a barrier to new housing construction, driving rents higher. And those high interest rates are making it more expensive to have a credit card. As CBS's Lilia Luciano reports, some American families are finding themselves in some serious debt.
So much accumulated in such a quick amount of time.
Kevin and Nora Gardner Sinclair racked up nearly $20,000 in credit card debt in about 4 months.
Our roof started leaking, our basement flooded, our car broke down.
They pay $400 a month in interest alone. The average APR is now at more than 19%. An economic perfect storm for consumers, says Ted Rossman at Bankrate.com.
The highest inflation rate in 40 years is combining with record high credit card balances and record high credit card rates.
The Federal Reserve keeps hiking interest rates to curb inflation, but that means that now credit card interest rates are at historic highs and the holidays are right around the corner.
The average household has $8,942 in debt, with some Americans expected to spend as much as $1,304 this holiday season.
I'm worried a lot of people are going to go into debt this holiday season on top of the debt they may already have.
What advice do you have for people who already
That's a nice Mercedes, too. If possible, Jim, can we get a glimpse on the driver's side? I just want to see if he has his window down. Oh, there he is. Can we try to look at the driver's side window? Because I can kind of see him via the front, but I'm wondering if it's a better shot if we're on the side. Yeah. We'll see. If it's no good, we can go back to where we are. Okay. Okay, there he is. Yeah, this is a good spot. I wonder why he stopped, because the car doesn't look damaged in any way. Maybe just out of gas.
Uh, Here, we're going to go to the following in the valley, Harry. It's up the 40, well, up the 405. One. Oh, it's over. Well, sounds like they got him. All right, we're canceling. We're going back to Santa Monica. They got him in custody. Copy that. Head back.
President Biden.
Yes, sir, I do. Go ahead, go ahead.
Live from the broadcast center in Los Angeles, this is KCAL 9 News at 10.
Okay, thank you.
Carjacking son. News tonight, the end of a police pursuit in Santa Monica, right near the pier.
Well, officers are giving this person commands right now, but so far the person has refused to exit the car. Let's get right up to our Desmond Shaw live in Sky 9 for an update. Desmond.
Yeah, Jeff and Susie, it's been going on for more than a half hour here on Ocean Avenue, right in front of the Santa Monica Pier. It is the driver of this car right here. Looks to be possibly an older male who's been fidgeting all throughout the driver's seat here. We'll put in the extra zoom to show you this person here with their window down. Now, one of the factors is that there's a dog inside of the car right here. We've been seeing maybe a medium-sized dog kind of hopping back and forth between the front and the back seat. And the driver may actually have the vehicle in drive because we've seen the wheels lurch. Actually, there they go again, just lurching just a little bit. Maybe 5 or 6 different times we've seen that vehicle lurch forward. So crisis negotiators are on scene. They've been calling out commands. Obviously, this person not complying. This all started as some sort of failure to yield. It was a very short pursuit. Both sides of Ocean Avenue are shut down here between Colorado and Broadway, but the suspect doesn't look like they have any intention of complying anytime soon. Live in Sky 9 overhead, I'm Desmond Shaw. Jeff and Susie, back to you in the studio.
All right, Desmond, thank you very much. Stealing 2 vehicles, a home invasion, and slamming into police cars.
Yeah, just a few of the wild moments from last night's police pursuit spanning 2 counties. Here's a one-man demolition derby that left a trail of destruction.
That's right, and people who got caught up in the chaos are reeling from the aftermath, as you can imagine. KCAL 9's Lauren Posen dug into the suspect's background. She joins us live to tell us about his rap sheet. Lauren.
Well, Susie, these are just some of the court documents we pulled today detailing a lot of serious charges and convictions against this suspect going all the way back to 2013.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh.
It's the high-speed chase that had everyone watching. 32-year-old Johnny Achando is the man deputies say was behind it all. Achando crashing into sheriff's cruisers, sideswiping cars and stealing multiple vehicles to get away.
Oh, no. No, no, no. No, he's going to take it.
The Benitez family is one of the families he stole from. People watched on TV as he broke into their home and took keys to their brand new work truck. You can see the confrontation in the driveway as Achando runs over a fence, hits a parked car, and takes off.
They bought it like not even a month ago. And then I just saw all that because I know the tools on that. And I know every day they get home. So it's like, wow, it's just like, wow.
Nearly an hour and a half later, the chase came to an end. Achando crashing into a gas pump at a gas station in Hacienda Heights, causing flames to break out under the truck. Deputies opened fire, smashed the windows, and finally got Achando into handcuffs. Achando is no stranger to the courtroom. We've learned prosecutors have charged him 18 times in Riverside County, including drug possession, child endangerment, reckless driving, grand theft, and parole violations. He was convicted in LA County for carjacking, reckless evading, and joyriding. A judge sentenced him last December to 16 months in state prison, but he got released. The Department of Corrections says because of the LA County Sheriff's Department's ongoing investigation, they couldn't tell us why. Achando is being held in a parole violation and could face serious charges after this dangerous pursuit. And as for the victims in this case here, they all say they're very grateful that they weren't seriously hurt. And they're also grateful for the generous donations by the community who have donated to their GoFundMes. Jeff and Susie, back to you.
All right, Lauren, thank you so much. Tonight, the LA County Sheriff's Department admits that deputies messed up when they tackled and handcuffed this man as that chase came to an end. The Sheriff's Department telling us today deputies mistook the innocent driver with his family in his car for the chase suspect. The department says that's why deputies jumped on the man, tackled him, and handcuffed him.
Well, that man is Adrian Cruz, and last night he shows us the injuries he says he suffered at the hands of deputies. Cruz telling us he jumped out of his car after it was hit when deputies rammed the suspect's pickup. And he says deputies started shooting at the pickup.
I got out the car immediately. I don't want my son and my wife to get part of that. So as soon as I get out the car, the cops just smashed me. Started socking me up, smashing me, throwing me in the back. Like if I was the dude that stole the car. We're just bystanders getting out of their way. Instead, they went and attacked me brutally. It's not right, you know? It's not right. Something needs to happen.
Well, Cruz also tells us tonight he was checked out at the hospital last night and is in a lot of pain right now. He also tells us he will be getting a lawyer and taking action against the LA County Sheriff's Department.
Well, now to a string of break-ins in 3 neighborhoods in Riverside. The crooks target homes that are easy to
Copy that. Let's go downtown, Harry. We're done here. Copy that. Heading that way. Let's stay over the 10 freeway here. That would be a dream come true. About 2 minutes. It's coming at us on the freeway here, Harry. See the lights on the police lights coming at us? Coming at us? Yeah, it's westbound here, so they're trying to catch up to it. Yeah, that's going to be it. It's a U-Haul truck. We want to get on the driver's side. So... We're a little too steep on the freeway.
On microwave jack, possible following, I'm thinking. Maybe a pursuit, something along the 10 freeway. Seeing some cop cars, there's a police helicopter overhead. Kind of like mid-city-ish. And it looks like it's headed westbound 10. Oh yeah. Possible, yeah. LAPD overhead. They're following the westbound 10. Okay, I'm seeing some police cars here. Behind a U-Haul truck.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah, following.
Hey,
Westbound 10.
Elizabeth,
Roberts.
we are here and just trying to find it. They don't have it lit up yet, but
Westbound 10 at Palms.
yes, there it is. Yeah. Or 1 to 2 o'clock, slow lane. He's exiting.
Perfect. That looks like he's exiting now at Overland. Okay, here we go. Lighting him up now. Looks like he's gonna pull over.
Pulling over.
Okay, here we go, getting out of the car. Drivers getting out of the vehicle. Officers have their guns pointed at the U-Haul just in case there's anybody else inside. We're in Cheviot Hills, Overland, just north of the 10 freeway. Driver is kissing the pavement, complying with the officers. Copy that. We will return to the standoff in Santa Monica. Got it. Santa Monica over Ocean Avenue at Colorado Avenue near the Santa Monica Pier. Where
Yo,
the
sorry, yes.
driver of that brown Mercedes is exactly where we left him. You're facing northbound on Ocean Avenue north of Colorado. Santa Monica police officers are directly behind him. Now, Santa Monica police is encrypted, so that means that I can't hear them on the scanner. So in terms of what their plan is, I'm not able to hear it the way we could if it was LAPD or LA County Sheriff. So at this point, I'll just tell you what we're seeing here. We're seeing about 10 police cars or so here facing northbound behind the vehicle on Ocean Avenue, just to the east of the Santa Monica Pier. Here's a look at the pier. Pretty deserted tonight. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Right around there. He can't be. Oh, the other guy, yeah. Oh, I can see that they're using a drone. See the drone there to peer inside. Oh, he's moving again. On what? Oh, I know. I'm like, wait, what?
Okay, head back
over my
Santa
head.
Monica.
Well, we didn't win, so I guess we don't have to worry about it. Wow. Yeah, it was like a beauty pageant almost, wasn't it? Wow. Oh, under us? Yeah, because we can't see him.
Yeah. Yes, sir. No, you're good. I'm going to do the pier for a beauty shot. I'm going to do a beauty shot. So you can fly around that furthest north one. We'll be fine.
Oh, it had to be short.
Okay, yeah, you can get around him and behind him, and I'll keep the shot of the pier.
Huh. That's crazy. And the tree is
Go to
about
the north side of that
block
airship.
my shot. Thank you.
Ready? Thank you. All right. So the fix for this is what? Fly forward. Forward should do it. Yep. It's north of Colorado and south of Broadway.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
So more forward.
Looks like somebody's out my side right now.
There you go. Clear the trees. full HD.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yep, 10:35.
Yes, they're swapping out the batteries or something here. Okay. Yeah. I got one at 9 o'clock down low, no factor, but he's hovering. I got another one at 10 o'clock low, about the same altitude. Okay.
And we finally had a good stretch of movement
Yes, sir.
there. Ocean Avenue now at Broadway. So he went from Ocean at Colorado to Ocean at Broadway and has come to a stop yet again. I'm going to push in here. I could see the dog in the passenger seat before. I'm not seeing him there now. It was a brown dog. Hopefully he's safe. There he is. There's the baby. I know a lot of us, especially us dog parents, are very concerned for that dog's safety. So he's now at the intersection. Let me just show you what he has up ahead. There's officers everywhere, but at this point, I'm not seeing any of them budging. He's somewhat set up to make an eastbound turn onto Broadway, but we'll see what he does. You know, what's really interesting is there's no spike strips in front of him. With how long he was parked there, I'm surprised that there isn't, or that there wasn't. And wow, look at this. A bicyclist riding right next to him. How did that guy even get past all of these officers? And now he's just making circles around the vehicle. This is incredible. I can't believe that none of these officers are coming up to that guy and telling him, hey, what are you doing? And here's a skateboarder as well. This is really interesting. I don't understand why these people are able to get so close. But here we go, as I anticipated here, an eastbound turn onto Broadway from Ocean Ave. I'll wait for him here at the intersection. That's going to put him at 2nd and Broadway. Let me give you guys the map. I think you'll appreciate that. Here's the intersection. I think that's him there. Yep, sure enough. Hanging a quick U. He's now pointed northbound. And now he's headed back west in the direction that he came, or just came from, Broadway at Ocean Avenue. Once again, Ocean Avenue at Broadway. There's just so many people out and about. This really concerns me that people feel so comfortable to get so close to this guy, considering they don't even know if this guy is armed or what his state of mind may be. He's been in a standoff with Santa Monica police officers now for at least an hour, probably more.
Just like that, yeah, gone.
So he's at a random stop here, Broadway and Ocean Avenue. Let me push in here. I'm wondering where the officers are in all of this. Of course, I see the squad cars. I do see a couple of uniformed individuals over here. I can hear you, Mike. Go ahead.
Literally, we did an orbit and set up for a beauty shot for the break, and then we got back into position and it's gone. I don't even see the car. They may have driven it around the corner.
And for all of you who are listening to us online, we do have the NBC4 News at 11 o'clock coming up here in the next few minutes. If you're in Los Angeles, that's channel 4. Of course, you can always watch us on NBCLA.com. Go ahead, Mike. I gotcha.
Possibly. Yeah, but it's...
Okay, copy that. standoff, yeah.
Yep. Okay, you got it. Let's see, LAX.
Wow, people walking right up to this guy.
Okay.
Oh no, what is going on?
Thank you.
Uh-oh. Please don't get behind the vehicle. Please move, please move, please move. Don't want to see anyone get hurt. Okay, headed back northbound now. At pretty high speeds compared to what we've seen so far.
All right, here we go.
Northbound here,
That was
Ocean
him.
Avenue.
And he's on the
Santa
move.
Monica Boulevard,
You need to make
setting
a
up
right
for
pedal turn and
eastbound
follow.
turn.
He's going to come
Onto
under us.
Santa Monica.
He's man. Check that. He's going to make a turn here, maybe.
This car pulling up right next to him. Yeah, where are
Yep,
the
that's
officers
him.
in all of this? Come on.
It looks like they let him go. Like all these people are surrounding him too. He got to that corner. The
He's
cop
chatting it
cars
up
were
there
there.
with the bystanders.
They really didn't pay much attention to him. He made that U-turn. All the camera guys were out there on the street. Then he hit the gas. He's
He seems
Santa
very
Monica and
animated.
Ocean
I don't know
here.
if he's even making sense.
You know, we didn't see it happen, but I'm guessing they just stood down to let
Copy
him
that.
go.
2 minutes out.
And here he is, just sitting here.
There's an
Cops
officer. He just rolled by.
really not around.
Copy that, Mike.
That one just drove by him.
Mike, Level 4 News Chopper 4. We are over Santa Monica where a strange pursuit is underway. Okay, copy that. I can hear you, Robert.
It's weird.
30 seconds. Okay, 15 seconds.
Let's get around the other side.
Chuck and Colleen, this is just downright strange. You see that dark colored vehicle there? It's a Mercedes. It's got a male driver and a dog in the front seat. And where we're at is Ocean Avenue at Santa Monica Boulevard. Now, Santa Monica police officers were in a standoff with this person for over an hour on on Ocean Avenue, the driver just refusing to get out of the vehicle, refusing to even move. And then all of a sudden, he just took off. And for reasons that I can't understand at this point, the officers are still back at the location of the standoff and are not following him, but yet the people here in the area have been circling this vehicle. Other vehicles have been driving right up to him. So it's really strange in terms of the circumstances. It's unclear how this pursuit even began. Of course, it was a failure to yield, but that's just what it is typically called when a pursuit is initiated. The car simply failed to stop when the police tried to pull it over. But you see what's happening here. This white vehicle has been trailing the Mercedes now for at least the last 5 minutes. It's unclear if they know each other, if perhaps the person in the Mercedes called the person in the white car to come get the dog at least, because I know a lot of people are concerned about that dog. At this point, it does not appear to be injured in any way, but this very strange pursuit here continues in Santa Monica. Copy.
He's driving erratically, driving very slowly on Ocean, stopped on Ocean. He just took off there. Is that him right there, Elliot? Forgive me, guys. We're just trying to monitor the situation here on the ground. But so the guy stops, and he's been on Ocean for 2 hours, just parked there in the middle of the street. Santa Monica police are trying to cordon off the area and push people back. Then all of a sudden, about 5 minutes before we got on air, the guy took off, turned down Broadway, came back around Ocean, and then people went into the street and tried to actually speak to him. They got that close. What this guy did is he quickly turned his car and for a second looked like he was pointing it at people standing in front of a restaurant. They all jump into that restaurant, realizing what has been a very strange situation to start out has suddenly gotten very serious. So here we are walking Ocean on Arizona. There was that white SUV. We came right up on the other side of the street, keeping our distance. And at that white SUV, someone was talking to him and talking to him and talking to him. Colleen, give me, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm going to interrupt you for just a second because somebody just walked up. We're going to toss it back up to Ileana Moreno right now. Someone just walked up to the car and is leaning in. And talking to that
person. Appears to be the driver of that white vehicle. So yeah, there's the white car. She parked, got out, and walked towards the Mercedes, and maybe possibly getting in the car. Hopefully, he just hands her the dog and surrenders. But you can see her there. Driver door is open. She's somewhat reaching over the driver. You can just make out the dog there, a brown-colored dog, what Robert describes as a possible pit bull. And it looks like they're actively communicating here. He may be moving over to the passenger seat. Sure enough, it looks like he's moving over to the passenger seat, and she's going to take over the vehicle here. Again, Ocean Avenue at Arizona in Santa Monica.
And Robert, on the ground, can you see what's happening here?
Yep. You can see a woman in the car with him. Excuse me, ma'am. A woman is in the car. He is in the passenger seat. It looks like he's holding his dog. She's rolling up the window. She is now in the car. The white SUV, if Elliot just quickly pans back, that's her car. She is now here. We are at Arizona and Ocean. She's in the car with him. The car is moving, and it looks like these two are taking off, hopefully to the Santa Monica police station just a couple of blocks down the street. They're going to turn Arizona right now. Ileana following overhead. And a woman who apparently knows this guy. Now, I'm wondering if we have time, we can play that sound that we had of someone urging this man to get out of the car. We heard this over and over again. And let's listen now. This was repeated over and over again while the standoff happened on Ocean Avenue from about 9 o'clock, just about 10:45. Take a listen. Let's see if this is the same person. So that's someone urging him to get out. You're not in trouble. She called this person by their name. Again, we're talking about something that started as a pursuit. Santa Monica police tried to pull over someone driving slowly on Ocean Boulevard, driving erratically on Ocean Boulevard. Right before we came to you, the plan was if they couldn't coax this guy out, they were going to pin him in and bring in the Bearcats if the situation escalated. Escalate it indeed did. And right now, let's go. You guys tell me where Ileana is right now. Is hopefully that woman is now in the driver's seat of that car and driving that man with the pit bull in his Mercedes. The reason why this whole thing started in the beginning, to a safe place, preferably the Santa Monica police station.
Well, Robert, as you pointed out, Ileana is overhead, and we had heard that police were trying to enlist family members to come out to entice him into surrendering. Ileana, can you give us an idea of where the police station is, or perhaps they're taking him to a hospital or something? Do you have any idea what's closest?
We are in the general area of the police station, but it's tough to tell if that's where she's going to go. You would think that if she wanted to take him to the officers, that she simply could have made a U-turn and headed back to Ocean Avenue and Colorado Street, where this all began, really, which was very close to the Santa Monica Pier. There were many officers there. You would think that she could have just gone to one of them, but in this case, she just got in the vehicle, abandoned her own car, and took off. So at this point, she's completely complying with all rules of the road. We don't know that in any way she's trying to evade the police at this point. She very well could be a family member that simply just came to help. So we're going to continue to follow her and just see where this all leads.
And if she is a family member, there's a good chance she may just be taking him home. In any event, police have had enough time with this vehicle that they have the license plate, no doubt have tracked down the registration, and probably know exactly where it's going. We're going to leave this for just a moment now, and we'll return once we find out where that car is going. But we do want to tell you that there's a gang that is at it once again. This is a South American burglary ring that has been targeting homes here in Southern California. They got into the United States on tourist visas, and they've been we've been covering their cases from, Orange County, and now they're up in the Riverside area.
I did copy you, Freva. Yeah, no worries. There is not. There's just a guy on a razor, on a scooter. Unclear. There's no police units behind it, so it's not a pursuit. We're about 20 seconds away from the police station, so we'll see if that's where it leads. It looks like she's setting up to get on the freeway, which you do not need to get on the freeway to go to the police station if you're here. It's on the freeway, yeah, going eastbound. Yeah, on the freeway, so not going to the police station. But there's no officers behind it either, so can't call it a pursuit. I think they might have just let him go home. No, no police officers behind it, no police ship. No, yeah, long ways from the police station now. They got on the 10 East. I think they just let him go.
Yes, sir. No, you're good. You can keep going. Ready.
It's roughly off our nose. Go ahead. That is very possible, but unfortunately, Santa Monica Police is encrypted, so we couldn't hear any of, yeah, we don't know if that's true. They're on the 10, yes, 10 East. Yep, exactly, Mid-City. Correct, yes. Maybe exiting, Jim. Yeah, they're set up to exit. Oh, transitioning to the southbound 405. Okay. Copy that, and we are now on the southbound 405. So, "90 seconds. We'll call it Palms. Now Mar Vista.
Lucky you. All right, well, have a good weekend. Thanks for all your help. Okay, no worries. Thank you. Good job.
405 South, yes. We're in Mar Vista.
Well, it started off as a standoff with officers in Santa Monica, and now the situation's changed again. Let's go back up to Eliana Moreno in News Chopper 4. Eliana?
Chuck, it was a pursuit, a standoff, and now it's unclear what it is, but what we have here is that the woman that we saw get in the vehicle is still driving it. And at this point, we can't call it an active pursuit anymore because there's no units behind it and there's also no airship overhead. But where we're at now is the southbound side of the 405 freeway at Jefferson Boulevard, and it's unclear where the vehicle may be heading. We are a long ways away from Santa Monica Police now. That's latest here from Culver City. Let's send it back down to you.
All right, Ileana, thank you for that. Now, an LA County Sheriff's deputy is facing criminal charges for shooting and killing a man in a mental health crisis last year. NBC4's Beverly White has a reaction from the man's family.
So if you'd like to tell our dear friend Robert, we are on the Marina Freeway, headed westbound from the 405. So headed towards like Marina Del Rey. Copy that.
News Center, Skycam, we're all done, and we'll drop signal. Thank you, and have a good night.
Del Rey on the Marina Freeway, yeah, but it's about to end. It's about to end at Mindanao, but we're at Del Rey. Oh, they need gas? Yes. Oh, just went through the gas station. Just went through, didn't stop for gas. I know, Frank. I wish I had the answers. This is a head scratcher. Yeah. Yeah, they're nowhere to be found. There. And there's a stringer behind him. See that? The big media logo. Oh, you're gonna end up in the ocean. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, this may be the Marina Del Rey Sheriff Station. Yeah, Marina Del Rey Sheriff Station. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. If I may relay some info for Robert, the woman is his sister. And the sheriff's deputy is contacting Santa Monica Police because the sister explained that Santa Monica police officers are looking for him. So they're saying at this point he's code 4, he's complying, but they're asking for additional units to arrive on scene. So guys, off the record here, the sheriff's deputy said that the man is 918. The sheriff's code for 918 is an insane person. So it could just be someone experiencing, having an episode of some sort. Yeah, they said 918 is the code for it. Santa Monica police said that the man was not wanted for anything, and that's why they let him go. That's per scanner traffic from the sheriff's department. Okay, copy that. Okay, copy that. Marina Del Rey, yeah. Do you want me to toss to Robert or just back to the anchors? Okay, copy that.
Well, we know how we got here. This is the sheriff's station in Marina Del Rey. What we don't know is why we're here.
Ileana Marino over the scene in Marina Del Rey right now. Ileana, what do we know? This is the driver of the car and deputies as well.
That is correct. We have the original driver of the car, who is the man that you see sitting there on the black Mercedes. And standing right to his right is a woman who we believe is his sister. This is based off of information that we heard come across the LA County Sheriff's scanner, which is actually where we're at now in Marina Del Rey, just off of Fiji Way and Admiralty Way. The woman drove the vehicle here. She parked right next to that sheriff's SUV and talked to the deputy inside and told him that she thought that Santa Monica police officers were looking for her brother. That deputy then called for additional backup and called Santa Monica police as well, which is where we have a Robert Kovacic on the ground, and he will pick up the story from there. Robert?
Ileana, a strange pursuit we now know is even more strange. We have just gotten off the phone with the Santa Monica Police Department. We told you initially that this began here on Ocean Avenue, a guy seen driving slowly, erratically. That's why they tried to pull him over. Santa Monica Police now tell us that the man behind the wheel of that Mercedes with the dog inside called them and said someone pointed a gun at him. And that is why he was calling. When they went to this man behind the wheel of the Mercedes and tried to pull him over, he would not stop. And then he did stop. A standoff ensued, and then someone then tried to intervene. We're there right behind the car that stopped. We believe it may be a relative that got into the driver's seat and then took him to the sheriff's station in Marina Del Rey, where you're flying overhead. So the man said he was a victim. He said someone pointed a gun at him, and for some reason he didn't stop. Santa Monica police tell NBC4 tonight at this point there was no crime committed in Santa Monica. They have no evidence of anyone pointing a gun at this guy. They said, and as far as they're concerned, he committed no crime unless perhaps he was driving while intoxicated. So a strange story, Colleen and Chuck, made even more strange tonight here in Santa Monica. So many people put in harm's way when this guy did decide to take off. We're going to try to sort it all out with you. Our assignment desk is on the phone with the Santa Monica police right now, and we're going to have the very latest for you tomorrow morning on Today in LA, starting at 4 a.m. For now, we're live in Santa Monica. I'm Robert Kovacic, Chuck and Colleen. That's the latest from this end.
Well, clearly, when he got out of the car, Robert and Chuck, he was very distraught. You could see him holding his head. I mean, just from the body language there. Robert, if you're still there, or Ileana, perhaps you could answer this question. What happens at this point?
No crime here, according to the Santa Monica Police Department.
Yeah, I took the words right out of my mouth, Robert.
Unless he was driving drunk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unless he was driving drunk, no crime.
If we have more, we'll get it to you in the morning on Today in LA. For now, that's it. The Tonight Show.
Watching the live stream of NBC4 News on NBC.